Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second here now. Okay, get that camera pristine now. Hold on now. Get that old good light on. Hold on now. Get the good lotion on my hand real quick. Look like I've been playing in chalk. Look like I've been out here with Bruce Lee breaking bricks. Let me put this here on. Hey. Wanted to pop in, do a bonus Q&A. You know, I really have not been feeling like working on the weekend. So I shoot my videos in the morning on the weekend. But that live just really ain't been in my spirit. So I say, you know what? Let me go on ahead and do these lives on the weekdays. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Tuesday, I'll pop in and do a live. So I think now my live's gonna be on the weekdays. The ratio, would you be able to ghostwrite a book about alcoholism as you said you don't drink? What are the costs of ghostwriting? Commission-based book sales or a one-time lump sum? I actually retired from ghostwriting just because I got a lot of work to do myself. So I retired from ghostwriting. I got one more book to finish on the ghostwriting side, and I retired December 31st, 2019. But I do have a team of ghostwriters. I got 2 or 3 other ghostwriters that can help you with that. And it's typically an upfront one-time fee. My fee was $10,000. On the market, you got some ghostwriters charge up to $50,000. So it's not inexpensive thing. It is costly, and it is hard too. You can imagine how hard it is to write your own book. So imagine writing somebody else's book. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Relationship good, but not seeing each much due to the 19. He keeps saying I deserve better, and he'd understand if I need more than he can give. Missy, in a nice way, he trying to let you down in a nice way. So he trying to tell you go on about your business and move on with your life. And he's trying to say it as nice as possible. But what he really means is I don't want you and don't want to be with you, but I don't want to tell you that because I don't want to crush you. So instead, I'm telling you that I'm not good enough for you with the hopes that you will listen to me and have the strength to walk away. That's what he's trying to say. Ashley, God bless you. Now, I just wanted to thank you today. I've been depressed these days, and your message today really uplifted me. Hey, God bless you. Now, I'm glad to help you. Jamie Williams, hey, bless you. Now, I appreciate that. That blessing. Let me see. Hi, Tony. Why do some men view a woman disliking or not too fond of his cultural food as a sign of disrespect? It's not a real thing. He just sensitive. Nanette, how do you edit your YouTube videos? I don't edit my YouTube videos. So I don't know if you saw a video. If you saw a video that's edited like with that's professionally shot, like I'm sitting at my desk and the camera is far away from me, and they have words coming in or something, that was done by a professional. But the videos that you see me do daily, those aren't edited. I shoot on my cell phone and I upload it right from my phone. So it's just a raw file. It's a one take. I don't do any editing because it'll take too long. Because I'm talking for an hour. Then sometimes it might take 20 to 30 minutes to upload because it gotta render and all that. So it take a little minute. So I don't edit my videos. Why do some guys feel the need to control a woman, then start doing petty things once they realize she's not going to be controlled? That's just a man testing you. Like I tell y'all all the time, almost every man you meet is going to test you. He's going to see what you're going to put up with. And to be honest with you, most men sorry. And so what I mean by that is most men, if you'll let us be a grown boy, we'll be a grown boy. If my wife would have let me stay in the streets, I would have stayed in the streets. If she would have let me yell at her, I would be yelling at her. If she would have let me yell at her and curse at her and stay in the streets, then today I would be yelling at her, cursing at her, still in the streets, hustling and cheating. So a man's gonna come because it's human nature. Humans look for the easy way out. 9 out of 10 humans looking for the easy way out. What is gonna be the most comfortable, the most relaxing? That's why you show up to work late. When you show up to work late, if nobody say anything to you, you're gonna come in there late all the time. If you call out sick, no repercussions, you calling out sick all the time. Because we selfish and or lazy, and we look for the shortcuts 9 out of 10 times until somebody is there to hold us accountable and to push us to that next level. And then we began to want it for ourselves. My wife, she had to push my son in his schoolwork in the beginning to show him what's expected of him. Now she don't really have to push him as much. I just gave him, we just gave him $500 a day because he got straight A's, no A minuses for the 4th report card. You get 4 report cards a year. And I reward them. Some people say, oh, I don't reward my kids for doing what they're supposed to do. I reward them because life rewards you when you do what you're supposed to do. And so, but now we don't have to be on them like that. Same thing, every aspect of life. You got to come in and set the tone. Anderson, forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. You have really saved me and given me hope of a real relationship. I just want to say thank you. Hey, God bless you now. Shakita Harris, God bless you now, Shakita. I see you up there all the time. Bless you. Peace and Bates, bless you now. Bless you, Tony. Your message is making me a feminine Goliath. Hey, that's powerful there now. Why does a calling have to be heavy on the heart, Tony? I believe that when you call to something, you're not going to be called to something that's weak. You're not going to be called to something that's easy. That's the purpose of a calling, is to do a mighty work, even if it's in small bits and pieces. So your calling and your purpose typically is always going to be greater than you, bigger than you. And not everybody's going to appreciate what you're doing. So that's also really what makes it even more draining. But I can't fully understand why. Look, Crystal, God bless you now. How do you stay motivated when your company is not making any money and you don't have a following? Well, I read a quote one time that said adversity breeds creativity. You got to sit down with yourself and you got to just get in silence. You got to get in peace and you got to innovate. Steve Jobs said the difference between a leader and a follower is innovation. So you got to sit there and you got to see what's next in your industry and what can you do to be creative. What can you do to go to the next thing? And if you don't have something, then you got to do something about it. So if you don't have a following, then you got to find out how to build your following. So do you like Twitter? Do you like Facebook? Do you like Instagram? Do you like YouTube? You see what I mean? And once you find the one that you like, it'll start earning you more in a month than you used to earn on your job in a year. K No Bondage, God bless you now. Bless you. Brianna B, bless you. Ex that I dated for 3 months reached out and made me a very special gift for Mother's Day. It's been a year. I don't know how to feel about this. What should I do? You shouldn't do anything. You only dated 3 months. You just say thank you and keep it moving. Thank you. Keep going about your business. You know. Don't let it trip you up. Anytime you getting ready, you on the brink of destiny, you will have a distraction. You was with them already in the past. It only lasted 3 months. Go on about your business. Don't let somebody come in and trip you up. Life of V, bless you now. Armelia. Partner long distance love for 1 year with other women. What should I do? Let them go. Don't ever hold on to a long distance relationship that's not bringing life to you. Keely, bless you now. Keely, God bless you. Showing out again. I sure appreciate you. Now y'all make sure y'all put the hashtag Q in front of your question. Hello, a guy I really like is 31. I'm 32. He treats me right and says he really wants to be with me, but is inconsistent with a job and is focused on becoming a professional gamer at the same time. Should I run? Um, yes, you should. If a man is inconsistent with you and it's early on, you got to see. And he want to be a professional gamer, that's already a distracted industry. You know, that's already changing the brain wires so much that a lot of times they come off that game and they be a zombie. Because that game so stimulating to the brain, your conversation gonna be boring. You know, everything you do with him gonna be boring just because that game is so stimulating that you need to be a gamer too. If you gonna be with a gamer, he need to get him a gamer. And if he already inconsistent, it's hard enough being with a man who just play games for fun. He on the game 4 5 hours. Let alone you want to be with a man that want to be a professional gamer. You're gonna be talking to yourself. You're gonna be in the room talking to your comb. So how was your day today? Oh, really? Okay. Wow. It looked like your teeth are getting bigger. How's everything going? This you gonna be in the room talking to your comb. You with that man right there. Miriam, God bless you now. Hi, Tony. Is it immature to ignore an ex when he reaches out till he gets the point? Or should we just tell them up front that we don't want anything to do with them anymore? It depends on you. If you non-confrontational, you could just let him text himself till he bored. If you don't mind speaking up and saying, hey, please don't text me again. I have moved on with my life and you should move on with yours, then go ahead and say that. It depends. It's on you. The ratio, God bless you now. I may not only be speaking for myself, but I have missed the interaction and knowledge with you. Very helpful, and I always look forward to these lives. Hey, bless you. I sure appreciate that now. K no bondage. Tony, I have a male friend who treats me like a queen, shows PDA in front of his family and friends, yet has not made a commitment. What do I do? Ignore him or wait? Uh, it sounds like that you filling a role in his life, but that he's not really sure about you and is not really all the way into you, but you're a role player. You see what I mean? So role players gonna get some love. You know, a role player gonna have a career high one night and look like they could be the future of the franchise, but really no, that just was one night. Next game we going back to LeBron. Okay, you had your little 20. All right, now go on about your business. That's what it sounds like. What he's doing with you is you filling the role. But if he's a male friend, keyword friend, and then he's showing this PDA, but he has not made a commitment. Okay, you don't be showing no PDA if you don't want to make no commitment. Cause see, he's showing PDA and could be blocking your blessing. It could be a man who ready, looking for a wife, ready to make a move, and then he see him holding your hand or hugging on you or something like that, and he blocking your blessings, and he's not even commitment minded. Gina, God bless you. Now, considering the divorce rate is around 50%, in your opinion, what percentage of the ones that remain married do you believe are actually happy? Well, for one, you can't really listen to all the statistics just because, for one, they ain't spending that much money to gather them statistics throughout all the states. Two, a lot of people don't tell their business when they stay married. A lot of people don't fill out a census. And then three, what you have to realize is that if 50% get divorced, then you don't know the percentage of the people who was together and never got married, never even got married, but yet went through when it went really good or it went really bad. So to be honest with you, with marriage, it really, divorce is not indicative of whether those that stay married are happy or not, or those that got a divorce well is something that really count, because sometimes people get married for the wrong reason. People get married and they have different belief systems, And to be honest with you, nobody really knows love. What I've learned as a relationship coach, 99.9% of people don't know what real love is. So you can't really look at the statistics. And what you have to realize is that we'll never really know the true number and what it is, because everything in our society is accepted today. So if people were not happy, we will have 90% divorce rates. If marriage did not work, we'll have 90% divorce rates, because people not don't fear divorce today. People don't fear divorce. They ain't worried about it at all. Hey, baby, you'll cut the air on. I'm in here sweating like a mouse by a rat trap. CC, God bless you now. Those last few answers just blessed me. Thanks for allowing God to use you. Just listening has transformed my life. Hey, bless you. I appreciate that blessing. I'll be honest with you, I don't be knowing what I be saying on these here chats. I'll be answering the question and forget what I done said. Gemini, God bless you now. My son's father and I dated in high school. He re-entered my life last year, and now we have a 3-month-old. How can I cut this soul tie but still allow him in my son's life? He still tells me he loves me, and I love him. What should I do? Well, yeah, it sounds like your question coming a little too late, but what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to go through a process of getting some new knowledge. Because what it sounds like to me is you don't understand men, and you don't understand relationships. You don't understand a woman's influence. And so you're going to have to go on to mymentor.life and book a session with me or another coach like me and start to get this new knowledge so that you can understand the dynamics of love and relationships. So you can understand some key steps that you need to take to begin your healing process. If coaching not affordable, go to TonyGassisAcademy.com. Take the Soul Ties course. Tony, is the life coach course certified through International Coach Federation? Rays of Sunshine. That's a good question. The International Coach Federation really is not certified themselves or accredited, because accreditation is not a thing in life coaching. So the reason why you have that impression is because they spend over $600,000 a year in internet marketing. So when you Google become a life coach, they come up at the top. But they're a non-profit organization started by a businessman who was looking to capitalize on the industry. He has since passed away, and now it's ran by the board. But when you're non-profit, all of your documents are public records. So if you go into their site and you look at their records, you will see that they spend over $600,000 a year on their website and their marketing. And so they really have no power. They can't hire you, can't fire you, can't make you, can't break you, don't get you a job, anything like that. So life coaching is you're an independent agent. It's not like becoming a counselor. Accreditation, certification really matters when you are becoming a counselor or a therapist, because you govern by the state. Life coaching it's wide open. For lack of a better term, it's the wild, wild west. So it's really, you do you. So you will really be wasting money to pay a whole bunch for a certification that costs $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, because it's not going to give you any more results than my certification that costs $1,000. And you don't need any of us. You can go downtown and get you an office if you want to have an office. I work from home. I coach in my pajamas. And I am a life coach for professional sports teams, which is multi-billion-dollar corporations, college sports teams, high schools, elementary, middle schools, private schools. So I coach for all these different organizations, and I was not trained. I'm self-taught, and I built success, and that's why I train others. So when you think about certification and accreditation in coaching, you got to look at the creator of the course, not just, oh, it's accredited, because it don't mean anything in coaching. Coach Rod, God bless you now. Hi, Tony. I finished writing my first book. I got a quote from someone to publish and to edit it and to format it. Also to do the book cover for $1,300. Do you think that is a good route to take? That's a fair price. You just need to look at their body of work. Look at their body of work. You could get it done for a lot cheaper than that. So to be honest with you, today with Fiverr being out there, Fiverr, that's Fiverr, Fiverr.com, you could get a cover for $50. Edited, we got editors in my company. If your book 100 pages, your editing may be $300 to $500. And then publishing, you publish yourself. Make sure you take the birth your book program so you know that you publish yourself. You form your LLC and you publish yourself. You don't need nobody to publish you. You don't need to pay nobody to publish you either. So you might need to take the birth your book program or take and invest in a one-on-one session with myself. So if you didn't understand everything in the course, so you could get the full rundown so you don't spend too much money. Because with that $1,300, you might be $500 over what you can get it out there for. I done published this books for $400 or less. Should my boyfriend respond? Queen VV, I see you right here. Should my boyfriend respond to anyone outside of business in DMs? Past friends, high school. Am I wrong for feeling away if he feels the need to keep in contact? Well, it's subjective. If he's open with it and you know about it, then that's not as bad as if he's doing it and he's hiding it and he's sneaking. But if you know about it, that means either he told you or you got his password. Now, if you had to snoop to find out, now you got a problem. And so some people you may just respond to because it may be a connection. It maybe could be something. But typically, me, myself, personally, being a married man, I don't respond to DMs. I don't respond to DMs unless I see it's a business move or I see it's a certain type of connection, to where I could see that it could be beneficial, brand wise, business wise. But I don't respond in the DMs to people asking for advice, for people just saying, hey. I don't do that, because especially to women, because you never know what a person motives are. So to be safe, no, he should not be doing that. But again, every situation could be different. And so you have to look into that to see if it really makes sense. Love, I am, bless you now. Hello, Tony and Cherie. Can you do a video on divorced couples with children who are getting remarried? For example, how would they start to date again? Okay, I'll try to I got a video that's called How to Date Correctly. It will apply to that. It's no different rule for somebody who's divorced when it comes to dating. You still will date the same way somebody who's never been married would date. And then when you have children, I got a video on that as well. So you may have to just scroll through my videos, because it all applies. It's not really, it's just not going to be that different. And if you watch those and you didn't get what you need, you probably need a one-on-one session. Melissa Winstead, God bless you now. I treated my boyfriend very nice, now ex. We were shopping and I sat down to try on shoes. He pointed his finger at me in the store, yelled, keep your you-know-what seated, and I'll get you shoes to try on. Why was he mean to me? Since I really don't know. I really don't. I don't understand that right there now. I don't have a clue. Okay, don't have a clue, sis. I don't have a clue. That right there, man. He pointed his finger at you, talking to you like a little puppy. Sit. So that right there, sis. Let's not worry about that. That's your ex. That's your ex. Let's keep moving. All right. Striving, servant of faith. Tony, thank you for speaking out against the extreme movements of some men and women, and instead speaking truth grounded in the remembrance of God, balance, and righteousness. Hey, God bless you now. Got to keep it real. Got to keep it real out here. Roxy, bless you, bless you. You and First Lady be blessed and enjoy McDonald's. Roxy heard my video talk about that McDonald's. Well, we got the health nuts in here. Oh. He complains that I don't call enough, but yet he doesn't call every day. Every other day or 2 days, should I meet him in the middle? No, you should not. A man should be calling you every day. He should be initiating and he should be calling you every day. And if he's not calling you every day, and even he should have a record and a history of calling you every day. And then you can call him and initiate some days if he's already consistently initiating. And I call it the 3-to-1 ratio. So that if he called you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you could initiate on Thursday and hit him before he hits you. Then he may hit you on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then you hit him Monday. Now you don't have to be exact with that, but it definitely should not be 1-to-1. Because see, the man is the one who has to get on one knee and propose. So the man should be actively pursuing you and trying to let you know that, hey, I want you. Even when you look at the animal kingdom and you see how all the stuff that these different animals will do, these male animals will do when it's time to mate, they lose their mind. So the same thing with a human, men do the same thing. When a man really want a woman, he's not gonna be going back and forth with you by, oh, you don't really call me, and then he calling you every other day. That's a sign that he does not want you, that he's juggling other women. He's juggling other women. He preoccupied, and so you get Monday, she get Tuesday, another one get Wednesday, you get summer Thursday, she get summer Thursday. He juggling women. A man that's all about you, it ain't no reason why he shouldn't call you every day. Coco Chanel, God bless you. Now, a friend tried to hook me up with a 19-year-old boy in college. I'm 23, turned it down. I'm looking for something serious, a husband. I don't believe a 19-year-old is going to be too serious fresh out of high school. We're on different paths. Friend said I was tripping. No, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping at all. You ain't tripping. A 19-year-old, he barely know how to tie his shoes, let alone how to treat a woman. So you 23 too. I can see if you was 19 and you got some time to give so y'all could grow together and learn together, but you don't need to be dating your little stepbrother. You see what I mean? That's what that's like. So you ain't tripping at all. Can a man be calling and texting every day and still be playing games and talking to other women too? Absolutely. A man could be walking on the moon and calling you and talking to you every day. He could have an apartment on the moon and keep in touch with you every day. Now, a man could do a whole lot. A man could be living with you and have a whole nother relationship with a woman. So it ain't nothing a man can't do that he want to do, that he put his mind to. Life of V, bless you now. Now, Life of V, you're going to have to do the other kind of sticker. I don't know what you're doing, if it's a sticker or if it's a super chat. I don't know what you're doing, but the one that you did, don't do that one no more, because that's how you get missed, because it goes in the chat. It don't go to the top of the thing. Being approached by a guy, but you want his friend. You're out of luck. And the reason why you want his friend and you being approached by a guy is the friend don't want you. So don't worry about it. Because the one who wants you the most, that's who gonna come for you. So if a guy let his friend go get you, that's because he feel you on his friend level, you not on his level. So what he want don't look like you. So that's what you got to understand. A man, when men out and they looking, they say, hey, that's mine, I got her. The one who look the best and the one who got the most confidence, he gonna go get her. If he let Lil Ugly come get you, that mean that he feel he's on another level too, you know. And that's kind of a little hard to hear, but just understand, don't lose no sleep over that. If you don't want the man that approach you, go on about your business. But don't try to talk to the man that approach you hoping that one day you could get close to the friend. You're going to end up getting hurt. Andrea, God bless you. Now, listen to a woman's influence 3 times. I'm happy to say I'll no longer settle for microwave relationships. I only want oven baked. Hey, God bless you now. 3 times. Whew, that's powerful now. Let me see. No, V, you got a part 2 question. I only do part 1 questions. I can't get to your part 1. Hi, Tony. Why do you think couples are having issues with their relationships with this 19? Now, in the situation that we have right now, it's going to make or break relationships. It's going to build you closer than you ever been because you're getting to spend time and you're getting to talk and you're getting to build and bond in a different way. Or it's going to expose you. It's going to break you because now you forced to stay home, be with each other and talk, to especially for people who can't go to work, because a lot of times people could go to work and they get to go and talk. They get to see their work husband. They get to see their work wife. They get that extra, little energy. And people could have a whole work husband or work wife and could be getting it in the break room, in the back seat of the car before they come home. But now you ain't got no reason to go out. You supposed to be safer at home, so people staying home. And now the person that's doing the dirt is getting frustrated because you got to be home all day. And if you step out to go get takeout, that ain't enough time to really get it in. And then if your partner love you, your partner want to step out with you. And then you got to try to come up with why you don't want your partner to step out with you. And so now you're going to get caught up. And so guys or women who cheating and not doing right in this situation, they getting exposed because the other person that didn't know they was in a relationship wondering why they not hearing from when all we got is time, or they wondering why they hearing from so inconsistent. And then the person that's doing the dirt, they in the bathroom trying to yeah, I lost my voice, and so I just, oh man, I think I got the COVID. Yeah, I might have COVID. And so they in the bathroom whispering to the side man or woman, trying to make them think they done came down with the 19, and that's why they down and out. So they getting all this sympathy text and all of this, but that's what you got to understand. Ness, God bless you now. Now make sure you put the hashtag Q in front of your question. Do grown boys look down on women who leave when they are disrespected? No, they don't look down on you. They look up to you. A man always gonna respect a woman who's strong enough to walk away. Even if he knows that he's not ready to grow to be with her, he's gonna respect her for being strong enough to walk away. When you stand up for yourself and you walk away, you always gonna get respect regardless of what come out of his mouth. He might not let you know he respects you by what comes out of his mouth, but you always getting respect when you walk away from a man for your self-worth or your self-respect. Ex-husband is married. He texts and says inappropriate things to me. Should I let his wife know? I blocked him. We have to co-parent. Would rather go through his wife. You're in a tough situation right there. I wouldn't be petty. I wouldn't be petty and let his wife know. You know him. That was your ex-husband. So either you leaving the door open and you entertaining it, and you not telling him. So you shouldn't have to tell his wife. You could tell him directly. And he ought to know what tone and what voice you use that is serious, because he know you. So he's doing it because he knows you. And so you entertaining it. So you sounding strong in the comment section, but you know you entertaining that. Because if you let him know the way you know how to let him know, hey, listen here. If you come at me sideways again, I'm going to tell your wife what you're saying. Now try me. Now see, a man know when his ex-woman or his woman is serious. He know you playing. He know you think it's cute. He know you it's feeding your ego and that you get to ask a question about it. And he know you really ain't serious. So you got to let him know you serious and you deal with him. Because the wife ain't got nothing to do with it. That's him. Because see, you go tell her and then now she could think you just hating and you just jealous and you just want your husband back. And then now you send your child over there and she thumping your child in the head. She thumping your child in the head. She burning the food. When she cooking dinner, she burning the food. Now your child got to eat burnt food. You see what I'm saying? So don't be petty and try to go get her in it. You deal with him. You deal with him directly. and you get him in line. And if he don't get in line, then don't be there for the phone. Don't even answer the phone. What if his friend approached me before he had the chance to? It all happened so fast, but you're right, I will move on. No, everything organized with men. Ain't nobody approaching nobody. And if the friend saw you and you really ain't done nothing with this man, y'all ain't slept together, y'all ain't really done nothing, the friend will negotiate, hey man, let me have her, man. You don't even know her, you don't even want her, and you know that's more my style. And the friend will say, all right, yeah, you can holler at her, I'll let her know. That's what guys do. Guys ain't like women when it come to that. You know, a woman could talk to a man for half an hour, and then her friend like that man, and that woman will hate her friend for the rest of her life if her friend end up talking to that man. That's not how men are. Men known to pass. A man will gladly pass you to his friend because that's just how men built. So if the friend ain't came to you and don't want you, ain't talking to you, it's already done. Just go on, move on about your business. We broke up. He stopped talking to me for the second time, so I'm done with it. 3 days later, he's texting me about $30 he owes me that he's going to give it to me. Should I let him keep it and move on? Yes, absolutely. That's just a way to get back in your life, just a way to get a response. You don't shift your energy over $30. Now, if it was $3,000, if it was even $300, but $30, if it was $90, I might think about it. $30. God bless you, Tony. Is it wrong to hold fellow Christians accountable, not judging, for smoking weed daily who may not see it as sinful? Do you feel that it's a sin and that it grieves the Holy Spirit? Well, the thing about it is the Bible says obey the laws of the land. And if it's not helping your body, and if it's illegal, then it's a sin. So if it's illegal, it's a sin. It could be legal, and that don't mean that it's right either. But if the Bible telling you not to be a drunkard and not to do things in excess that could be a hindrance to your brethren, the Bible also tells you not to be a hindrance to your brethren. So you might feel like cursing is not a sin, but if that hinders your brethren's growth or your sister, now you in the wrong. So yes, smoking weed is wrong because it's not right for you. It's not healthy for your body. And also it's a hindrance because it is an addiction. So when you get addicted to something, now you cannot focus on the things that really matter in its fullness and its entirety. A lot of people don't believe that because what's wrong has been made normal. But if it's harming your body, if it ain't adding years to your life, if it's still making your lungs black, if it's still affecting your esophagus, if it's changing your mental chemistry. And I used to be in the streets hustling. And there's one thing I could tell you about that there is everybody changes. People try to say it's innocent and it's harmless. No, it's a drug. And it affects you like a drug. It changes you. Because I see people who was cool and now they ain't got their little hit. Now they got an attitude. They snapping on you. What? Man, yeah, I told you, yeah. Oh, get on my nerve. And it's all because they ain't had their luck. So if it changes your chemistry, you're going to be a hindrance to your brethren. You're going to be unfocused. You're going to be out of character. And if it's illegal, you breaking the law. So yes. But this is the other thing that you got to realize about holding somebody accountable. Is just like in Hollywood, they don't accept unsolicited materials. So if you write a script and you send it to Sony, they're going to send it right back to you unopened. It's gonna have a sticker that say this was not open and then return the sender. They don't accept unsolicited material. The same thing happened with your advice. If this not your friend or your family member, or even if it is, somebody wrote in today on the comment today, on the email today, trying to give me spiritual advice or Christian advice. I'm like, if you don't get out my inbox, there ain't nobody ask you for your opinion. The Bible say, don't be so heavenly minded that you know earthly good. I mean, talking about something so petty. And I say, if you don't get out of here, Pharisee. So people don't accept unsolicited advice. So you got to make sure you have a relationship with the person before you just have advice. Or you put your advice in a public space and then they come to your advice. Or you post it on your Facebook and they see it and it convict their spirit. So understand that there now. Amy, God bless you now, dated a divorced man who didn't want a commitment. He wanted to stay hanging out and spend time together. I told him not and will not wait for him. Thoughts, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. Nanette, God bless you. I decided to share my story on YouTube and make a channel because of you, Tony. You changed my life. I am forever grateful. Hey, God bless you now. Keep going. Keep going. Hey, y'all only put questions in the chat. Only put questions in the chat. We don't really have room for the comments and, answering other people's questions and all that. Just put questions in the chat so I could keep it clear, so I could see quickly and easily the questions. SJ, taking your life coaching course, hey, bless you now. How can I incorporate a faith-based platform? Please advise. I want to encourage restoration. You can put it in your bio that you're a faith-based coach. You can select that as your category, that you're a faith-based coach. So it's not hard. It just really comes down to just writing it. Just writing it in your bio that you're a faith-based coach. The only thing about that is then you only reach people of faith. And those people may not necessarily need you because they already got faith. So you limit yourself from reaching people who may be on the fence or who may not want to hire a faith-based coach, but they may actually be open to hearing the principles and the teachings of your faith, or just interacting with you. They can see your heart and your spirit and say, how did you become this way? And then you're able to share your faith. So sometimes when what we do wrong as people of faith is we write it on our forehead and we walk around person of faith, person of faith, person of faith, and we carrying the Bible around, hey, person of faith, hey, person of faith, hey. You see what I mean? And now you can't reach people like that. So you got to be, like the Bible say, wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove when you're trying to win souls. So be mindful on just your wording. As you see, I'm a devout Christian and I speak on my faith and I teach on my faith, but it's not in my bio. It's not in my title. It might be a total different message that pulls you in. It's people who are atheists, people who are Muslim, people who are different denominations. They find me because of a message, and then they learn about my faith and they say, hey, I learned about your faith and that made me look deeper, or that made me get closer in my faith, or become more whatever, spiritual, whatever, but they were brought in by something else. So you got to be wise on how you word it and how you use it. Gia, God bless you. Now, can you explain what respect looks like coming from a grown boy? LOL, I walked away from my ex 8 months and he recently got hired at a job. He tries to flirt, but I don't entertain it. I don't know. A grown boy is not going to have any respect. So respect is not going to come from a grown boy. God bless you now. Good evening, Tony. Just broke up with this man after 2 years due to inconsistency and behavior/boundaries being broken. Now he consistently calls from various numbers asking for a final chance. Thoughts? You got to ask yourself if you got a final chance to give. Because remember, if you give that chance and then he do right for a year and then go right back to his same ways, now you done lost a year. So you got to ask yourself, are you okay taking that chance knowing that you could lose again? And if you feel like if he leads you on and you lose again, it's going to break you beyond repair and you may never trust men again, then don't give him another chance. If you feel like you can give him another chance, and if he does wrong, you still can heal and start all over again and love as if you've never been hurt before, then it's okay to give him a chance. You also need to have some stipulations in place before you give them a chance. So what I mean by stipulation is you may say, hey, let's read this book together and see if he bought it. Hey, let's read this book after that, see if he bought it. Hey, you need to do 4 sessions of coaching. You need to go to mymentor.life and book a coach and do at least 4 sessions. Put some stipulations in place to see if he's willing to do the work. I coached a gentleman today that's what he's doing. He's doing the work to show his lady that he's serious about this change. Coco Chanel, God bless you. Now, Tiffany, do you think older women should lower their standards, not preferences, because of their age? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can't ever operate from desperation. Tim Henderson or Henson, God bless you now. One of my cousins, dark skin, but some of the guys she don't like dark skinned women. It shrunk her self-esteem. Can you speak to this? I don't want her to hate black men. What can I do? Why are men like that? Well, what your cousin has to understand, and everybody in that situation, what you have to understand is that everybody has their own preferences and everybody has their own prejudices. So whenever somebody does not want you, that's not a knock against you. It just means that you too great to fit into that mediocre space. You got to understand that rejection is your protection. That's not your reflection. See, when you realize that when somebody pushes you away, and I just made that up right there now. Woo, what I said. Rejection is your protection, not your reflection. So when the guy say, oh, I don't like dark skinned women, it may be an inner self-hate. It may be systematic racism. It may be, if he's dark skinned, then you know it's self-hate. You know it's something that he's been taught that his color is unattractive. If he's not dark skinned, then you know it is something that he's been programmed with through society to believe that that color is unattractive. So you got to understand that that's his problem. And so you never want to have to convince somebody to allow you in their space or allow you in their life. And so understand that you got to appreciate that and respect that. And anything that does not serve you, it's not for you. And once you realize that, you better off and you're going to be able to move forward and really be blessed, because eventually she may meet a guy that she likes who is totally fine with her complexion. Black Diamond, God bless you now. Hey, y'all, now don't y'all get offended when your message in the chat get deleted. They doing that just so I could get to the questions easier. When I get down to about the last 15 minutes, I'll let the moderators stop removing the messages and, you'll be able to talk as normal. Black Diamond, bless you now. Hello, Mr. Gaskins. Why do men say they pull away? Because they are catching feelings and are scared. I call it BS. Am I correct? Yep, you are absolutely correct. A lot of times men don't like to tell you the real reason. And because a lot of men don't want to hurt your feelings or crush you. Just like these men who didn't like the sister complexion. They let her know that, she found out about that, and it crushed her. So a lot of times a man will try to come up with an excuse, a roundabout way to tell you that you're not the one for him, but he may try to put it on something else. So whatever excuse he give you, you just got to accept it and move on with your life. Don't try to dig deeper and get the real reason. Just say, okay, whatever you telling me, why ever you telling me this, basically you telling me you don't want me, so I'm going to move on with my life. God bless you. MJ Cooper, bless you now. Can you please give advice on someone who threatens your life and the police do nothing even after seeing? No, I cannot. But God bless you. Keep calling them police. But I can't speak on stuff like that. There's too much liability. God bless you now. We praying for you. Loving and living. Bless you now. Tony, you said most men know whether you are their wife pretty early on. What then are your tips for having a great first date and leaving a good first impression? Just be yourself. You see, you can't think about how you need to impress somebody. You just got to be yourself. Like right now, I'm just being myself. I'm talking in my accent, so that means I'm going to leave the end of some words off. I'm going to say certain words, the wrong way, put too much emphasis on certain letters, but I'm just being myself. Some people are gonna pop in here and say, "Oh, who this old po dumb and country man on here talking?" And then some people gonna pop in here and say, "Oh, okay, I like this dude. I can relate to this dude. He sound relatable." So people gonna judge you, but that's on them. You can't worry about that. So don't worry about a first impression. Just go in there and just be yourself. And that's the one mistake. The same question that you just asked, a lot of women asking themselves that question. And so sometimes I meet a woman at an event and she putting too much sauce on it. She putting too much sauce on her personality. She trying to talk a certain way, trying to be funny, trying to be extra. And it's kind of like, ugh, will you hush and get out my face? And then the person who just come up and just be natural and be normal, they might even be quiet. I remember one time a lady came up to me to take a picture, and I went to shake her hand. She said, "I don't shake men's hand." I was like, wow, she could have faked it. She could have faked it and went on, shook my hand, and then put some hand sanitizer on there. She said, "I don't shake men's hand." I said, "Okay, hey, I respect that." She said, "My daddy always told me not to shake a man's hand." I said, "I know exactly why he told you that." I said, "Now the reason he told you that, I don't do that, but I still understand and respect that. God bless you." You see what I mean? She just was being herself. Rhonda Sampson, God bless you now. Boy, that ain't your life. Kimberly, bless you. I'm really clicking with a guy, but he is always talking about his friends who are girls. I'm annoyed. Some are childhood friends, but I'm rolling my eyes. I started distancing myself. Thoughts. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. He might be in love with one of those friends and just not able to make the move. She may be taken, or he may be waiting for her to be single. And so what a man talk about, that's really where his heart is at, outside of you. So if he talking about other women to you, that's a red flag. Because even if they are his friend and he like them, he cool with them, every man knows that you need to make your woman feel like she the only woman in the world. You know, my wife might ask me about another woman, and she might look at a woman and say, "Oh, she's a pretty lady. She ain't pretty to me. She ain't pretty to me because my wife the only woman in my world. She ain't pretty to me. I don't care who says she look good. That other woman don't look good. She ain't got nothing on you." And that's just how I shift my mind, and that's what a man gonna do when he really want a woman and he love that woman. Anadria, God bless you now. Oh, okay, your favorite rapper. Okay, bless you. A Woman's Influence is a book that I didn't know I needed. Purchased the audio to support. Finished in one day. Exactly what I needed during this season. Buy it. It will bless you. Take what resonates, disregard what doesn't. He's a vessel to say the least. Hey, God bless you now. She talking about this book right here. If you have not gotten The Woman's Influence, make sure you get it. I think you get it for free on Audible if you sign up for their free trial. But I don't know how that works now. They might charge you after 30 days. Libra Goddess, God bless you now. My male close friend of 4 years has a girlfriend but doesn't mention her. And I never met her. We're in contact a lot. He insists. Via text, phone, FaceTime, DMs. No over the line, but it's a strong soul tie. Yeah, he loves you. He loves you. He might not want to be with you, but he loves you. And that's dangerous because eventually he gonna try to move you from friend to friends with benefits. You will be a great, six man. What I mean, the six man in basketball, you got five. The guy who come off the bench at six, or the woman who come off the bench at six, he'll put you right there in that role. So you got to be careful with that. When a man got a woman, you got to go on about your business. You got to move on out the way, because now you just tangling your heart up and you blocking your blessings. He taking up all of your feminine energy. He's soaking it all up like a sponge, so that when you go out, you dry. When you in public, you ain't got that feminine whoo that pull men in, because he done soaked it all up from you on FaceTime with you. So you actually go out with a taken persona. Your aura is taken, because your male friend of 4 years that got a girlfriend that he like, that he sleeping with, that he dealing with, and using you for your aura and your energy, because he being greedy. No, playboy, you got a girlfriend, stay off my line, because I need to have my line open for who I'm trying to attract. That's what you got to let him know in your own words. Tanya Jordan, God bless you now. Broke up over a month ago. Still has large stuff of mine in his garage. Garage is mostly empty, and I know he goes in there for garbage cans and truck. Hasn't reached out to me about getting it yet. Why? He might want to keep it, and he might be waiting on you to reach out to him, or it might be in the trash. You really don't know now. So if you want your stuff, go and reach out and say, hey, I'm gonna send my mama over there. I'm gonna send my cousin over there to get my stuff. Let me know when you're gonna be home. And just go and get your mediator, go and get your stuff. Go and get your stuff now. You waiting on him to tell you your stuff gonna be at the junkyard. Bowleg, God bless you. Come on now. Telling you, Tony, tell us why you're not supposed to shake a man's hand. Hey, that's what the lady told me. Now, y'all remember what I told you about now. Angela. Okay, that's probably why her daddy told her that. Because he know men be dealing with Angela. And he don't want these nasty men hands dealing with Angela. Because this man could be dealing with Angela and he might have something on, okay, that is incurable. So imagine if a man just got done handling himself and then he come shake your hand. You catching more than the 19. So that's how her daddy thinking. Nah, yeah, he been a little extra. He probably should have bought her some good sanitizer that after she shake hand, she could just put it on there. Because imagine she go to meet Barack Obama. I don't shake man's hand. Imagine she go to get a new job and the CEO of this Fortune 500 company, she's like, I don't shake man's hand. They going to look at her like, okay, yeah, she got mental issues. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, this interview over. Thank you for coming by. You see what I'm saying? He would have been better off just getting her some hand sanitizer to put on her keychain than telling her that. But that's really why he told her that. Crystal, God bless you. Why does it seem like that I keep attracting the same type of men? I thought that I have took the proper steps to heal. Is it something that I'm still doing wrong to attract these type of men? Well, see, you got to realize that a fly gonna approach boo boo and a fly gonna approach sugar. So you're gonna attract all kind of men. You're gonna attract negative men even when you positive, because even a garbage can wants a steak, and even a garbage can gets a steak every now and then. So that trash man he want a steak. He coming to get his steak. So you can't. It's not about who approaches you. It ain't about who walk up to you and shoot they shot. It's about who you settle down with. That's a reflection of you, who you settle down with. Who approaches you, you got to take that all in stride. It's all a compliment. And y'all hold on, because sometimes these 499s, I be missing them. Lonnie Love, he says he wants me to be his wife one day. He barely texts or calls, works 12 hours a day. Said he doesn't like using the phone, only calls to see me. He taking. From experience, Muslim women don't shake the hands of men. Hey, God bless you. This wasn't no Muslim. What I'm talking about. There wasn't no Muslim here. Let me see. Okay, Jay, pretty to you. God bless you. Thank you, Tony, for the wisdom and knowledge. I took your advice and I'm no longer on the dating apps. Turned 31 in March and been fasting from social media since January. No desire to reactivate. Do you think it'll be different to meet or difficult to meet Mr. Right if you're not on social media? It definitely limits your chances, but it's not a whole lot of real connections on social media. So it's not the end of the world. But yes, it is a lot of people meeting people in the DM. But 9 out of 10 of them might be trash connections. So it's not the end of the world. Don't do anything that's going to defile your spirit. Don't do anything that's going to disrupt your peace. So if social media causes you, anxiety, stress, then stay off of it. Don't get on there for the sake of a man. Now, if you could learn how to manage it and compartmentalize it to where it doesn't disrupt you or make you feel a certain way, then it's totally fine. Then you should be on there, because you can meet somebody who in the next county over or what have you. Brianna, God bless you. My ex reached out to me to apologize, so I heard him out, but I don't want to get back with him. He was controlling and obsessive when we dated. How do I verbalize this to someone who won't let me go? He'll let you go now. He will let you go. You just got to find the words to go on and say it. But he will let you go. And sometimes we just don't want to say it the way, just say, hey, listen, we really don't have a chance. You ever seen a snowball in the devil's house in HELL? That's the amount of chance that we have. We tried, it didn't work out. So for us to talk, you will be wasting your time, I'll be wasting my time. You see what I'm saying? Cool, calm, and collected. But you see the choice of words, he gonna let you go. But when you, okay, well, all right, well, great talking to you. All right. That's how you talking, he not gonna let you go. Well, I don't really know. I just really don't know how I feel. We went through a lot, but I don't know. That's how you talking. He not gonna let you go. But when you direct and you let him know, he gonna go on about his business. T. Lie, God bless you now. Thank you for your guidance and insight. Question: why do men flip the script on women once you have called out their immature behavior? He had the audacity to say, "I am insecure." It's just a common tactic when a man is caught, when a man get caught up in a situation, he embarrassed. What doctor said, what we hear about reverse psychology, what have you, the Jedi mind trick. He just wanna, you know, deflect, put it on you because he knows that it's power in words. So if he says you insecure, a lot of women, 5 out of 10 women, they're gonna believe that. And they're gonna question themselves and say, you know what? Maybe I am insecure. So a man has seen that has worked, and that's why he's trying it. But when you send it right back to him and let him know, man, get out of here. You full of it, man. Don't try me like that. Then he knows that you're not buying it. Now he know he just caught red-handed, and he gonna have to, eat that plate. Eileen, God bless you. Now you say it's okay to be quiet, but he gets uncomfortable about it and makes me feel like something is wrong with me or I'm lacking something. Is it possible to become more talkative? I talk, but I guess not enough. Well, yeah, you got a question. You will have to look at why you so quiet. So if you don't want to talk to somebody, that might mean you don't want to be around that person, because being quiet is not an excuse to not talk to somebody that you building with. So that's some internal issues, because you know how to articulate yourself because you just wrote a whole message without any typos and misspelled words. So you know how to articulate yourself. So you got to ask yourself what's really going on internally with you. Do you need to confront your insecurity? Do you need to confront your pain? Because it's one thing of being shy and being quiet, and then it's a whole nother thing when you are socially awkward because of something that's going on in your mind that you haven't confronted and addressed and got past. So what you got to realize is that being able to articulate is a part of growth. It's a part of maturity. I'm very quiet and shy, but look what I'm doing right now. And a lot of people don't believe that I'm quiet and shy based on what I do. But I'm very quiet and shy. But this is a part of my growth. This is a part of my maturity. This is a part of me doing what needs to be done, not what feels comfortable. So a communication in a relationship is like oxygen to life. So if you want to have a relationship, you have to learn how to communicate better. And you can't just rely on the excuse of I'm quiet, I'm shy. Because to be quiet means that it don't mean that you don't talk when you with somebody and y'all supposed to be talking and building. Being quiet means that when you go into a room, you ain't trying to be the life of the party. When you sitting at a table of 5, 6 people, you ain't talking over everybody. You ain't butting in. You wait till somebody pass it to you and say, hey, what you think about that? You see what I mean? So you have to understand really where and when and how to be quiet versus allowing that limiting thought to box you in and make you socially awkward or rude or unrelatable. Anderson, God bless you. Now, I recently broke up with a guy who changed and made me feel uncomfortable. I broke it off and asked him, why did he treat me that way? His answer was, he didn't mistreat me. He didn't give me the attention I wanted. Whatever his answer was, just know that you broke it off and you got to move on. You know, a lot of time he's not accepting responsibility. So you can't really worry about that. You know how he made you feel. Black Diamond, God bless you. Now me again, I'm a store manager and I have build anxiety in my position and sometimes feel overwhelmed. Should I stick it out or run? 3 years. Well, you got to get the growth from it. When you're going through something like that, you could come up with a plan of action. Sometimes you got to balance your dream with your job until your dream becomes your job. You may see a bridge of escape eventually happen. So start working on your side job or your dream job on the side. And then use your job. You got to shift your mind. And instead of letting it make you anxious, you got to say, you know what, this paid training. This training me for my next level. So you just got to shift the way you looking at it and get something different out of it instead of allowing it to be, what it is right now. Soul for Heart, God bless you. Tony, please talk a little bit about a king's perspective and what he desires in a partner. You know what? It's not really rocket science. All a man is looking for is a decent human being. It's not like, a man is coming in and he's saying, okay, I need her to have 3-inch nails. I need her to have caramel skin. I need her to shower 2 times a day. I need her to have a face routine. He's just looking for a decent human being. Meaning that a woman who is going to be respectful. She's not calling him out of his name. She's not yelling and cursing and taking her past pain out on him. She's going to be honest. She's going to be trustworthy. She's going to be faithful. Just a decent human being. And then, of course, a man may have a preference, but a real man, he understands the difference between preferences and standards. He knows what really matters, her character. So it honestly, you hear people talking about, hey, what's the prayer you prayed for your husband? Hey, what's this, what's that? Just be a good person. Just be a good person. Work on yourself consistently in every area of your life. Life, love, and business. And you're going to attract the person for you. Kathy, God bless you now. Now, y'all hold on. I might have missed a couple of... Rachel K put a message in that disappeared. Ladies, I can help you. mymentor.life/Rachel Killette. Book me as your coach on mymentor.life. So you got Rachel K now. She a coach on My Mentor. How can women do... Lovely Roses, I see you right here. How can women do most of the listening on a date without appearing uninterested? You're not going to appear uninterested if you're listening. You appear uninterested when you're doing too much talking, because that means you just care about yourself. But when you listening and you like, what? You lying. And so then what happened? Now he talking a whole hour, but you look very interested because you listening. Been dating a guy for 3 weeks. Good communication. Last night he asked, when was the last time I had my peach cobbler eaten? I cut him off. Thoughts? 3 weeks. Yeah, you did the right thing. He nasty. You did the right thing. He nasty. He gonna be cheating all up and down Sunset Boulevard. He nasty. Marcia, God bless you. A guy I met wants a relationship with me, but I just got out of a relationship that lasted for a month. But he doesn't want to feel like a rebound. Thoughts? Well, for one, you shouldn't even mention a relationship that lasted a month. A month, that wasn't even a relationship. That wasn't even a friendship. That was like a, hey and bye. A month, you can't even register that. So now you might be pushing away a real man because you giving credit to a month, to somebody who was a month in your life. So that's where the mistake you went wrong is. Stop telling all your business. Stop telling all your past. You know, you sat down and have a conversation with a man and y'all talk for 6 hours, and then next week you talking about you had a relationship last week. Everything can't be called friendship. Everything can't be called relationship. So you got to set new boundaries. What's a relationship? When a man come to you and he's been consistent and he says, will you be my woman? Can we be exclusive? And then y'all go up to a year. That's a relationship. Anything under a year, you can't count that. You not in conversation. You might know it, but you don't take that and add it to your resume. That don't count. That's nullified. Starlina Trainer. Now listen, if y'all did a $4.99 or a $5 thing and I miss you, God bless you. YouTube, they deleted on my end. Now y'all might see it on y'all end because stuff stays stationary. But on my end, it get deleted after the timer go out. Starlina, bless you. Now, I am dating a man who is 15 years older than me. Last night he told me he is the prize because he is a straight black man, earns 6 figures, and is loyal. Well, I tell you what, I'll show him how much a prize he is by walking off on his butt. Because a man who come out his mouth to tell you he the prize, because he is straight black man, earns 6 figures, and is loyal, he slap crazy. Because somebody who really the prize ain't got to tell you they the prize. You gonna know they the prize. He ain't got to tell you. But somebody who done labeled themselves the prize, he like a jack in the box. And he out of nowhere, you like, whoa, Lord, what the world happened? I thought I had the prize. No, you got the curse. No, you got the, how that clown jump out at you. So that's what you got to realize. Man, say that by itself. Got to go. And then the other thing is, that's your father. You dating your father. 15 years older than you. It's men, that's their age different with their daughter. So that's what you got to understand. MJ Cooper, Tony, what if he slaps you and says he'll never love you like he loves his ex, and then you try to leave and he threatens to take your life and anybody who you get with? Hey sis, when you in a situation like that, you in the wrong place. Okay, you need to be on the police hotline. All right, on the DV hotline. You don't need to be in the chat talking to me. Somebody like that doing all that. Yes, hello. Yes, I need an officer over here immediately, right now. And I just saw a thing the other day on TikTok. They were like, pretend like you ordering a pizza. Do whatever you got to do. You hear me? But don't play around with a man like that, because you can't play with situations like that. You got to be serious about your life now. Because if you just here in the chat talking about it, come on now, you're gonna have to. You could live standing up or go out on your knees. But one way about it is you're going to have to love yourself first. And what you got to realize with a man like that, he a punk. But the longer you reinforce him, the more emboldened he gets. But when you're dealing with a punk, you got to get them boys in blue. And when they on their way, he going to be crying. Oh, go. MJ, I see your little chat down there. The police did nothing. Well, if they didn't do nothing, then that means you need to do something. Meaning you need to leave. You need to be gone. So if you stay in that situation, at the end of the day, you got to answer to yourself. So they gonna do something. I don't know where you living at. I don't know if you live in third world country, but I ain't never seen no police get called after somebody slap you and they don't do nothing. And if they don't do nothing, I'm call them again. You hear me? But yeah, you might need to get some, grief counseling or work with a counselor on that one. Narisha McLeod, thank you, brother, for the golden nuggets you dropped this evening. Thank you, ladies, for the wonderful questions you have asked. Hey, God bless you. Now I appreciate you. And now y'all hold on. Now I missed probably missed a couple of the things in here. Anya Bay, God bless you. Now I appreciate that blessing. see. Let me make sure I might have missed a couple of them. Yes, MJ Cooper, I am writing another book. Shannon Amber, hey Tony, I have a friend that calls me every day. Conversation is 2 hours minimum every time. He has never flirted. What does he want? That means that he really respects you and that he feel he has to work hard for you. And so he easing his way in. You know, he taking his time. Stephanie C, God bless you now. That's all it is. Nitza, Borica. I'm Puerto Rico and lived in a 90% Puerto Rico area, so only dated Puerto Rico men. Moved, now I'm in mainly white/black city. Been off my bike for 4 years to grow. Does your advice carry to all men, no matter race? Well, if you've been dating Puerto Rican, then you probably extremely trained. Okay, that's like going to, you know, the special ops, which is the hardest training in the army. And then you come out of there. Because see, them Puerto Rican men, they're a handful now. Anytime you dealing with the Hispanic men, they're a handful. They're a handful in the streets. They some of the most feared in the streets. They what you call like the man's man. Now a lot of them like to arch their eyebrows, but that don't mean that they soft. So when you got in training with them, and you done been through that, yeah, you shouldn't have no problem with white men and black men. But yeah, all men is the same. A lot of times we try to say they different. All men the same. It might be a slight difference, but if they got things swing between their legs, they the same. Choctaw Dog, God bless you now. Reese McDaniel, bless you now. Been in a on and off relationship for 8 years. Let me read this again. Been in an on and off relationship for 8 years. Let me read one. Let me see this. Hold on. Been in an on and off relationship for 8 years. We live together and own a business. We're only 24, and he says he's waiting for more financial stability to get married. But how long is too long? To be honest with you, as for a man, he hadn't even really started yet. A man don't really get going to 25. You already been with him, 8 years. That's already too long. It's already too long. Because by the time 18, 20, 22, he could have married you. Now he say he's waiting for financial stability, but there's no such thing as financial stability. You're never financially stable because one pandemic you could be broke. All your savings could be gone. All your stocks could be 50% gone. It's no such thing. As long as you working and you got ambition, then you as financially stable as you gonna be. Point blank period. It could be a lawsuit tomorrow that shut Amazon down. It could be a law that changed in 5 years and the whole landscape of Amazon change, and then you'll see Bezos' net worth even go down. And so it's millionaires go broke every day, billionaires go broke every day. So when men say I'm waiting on financial stability, that's an excuse. That really means I'm waiting to see if it's somebody better than you out there. And if I find them, I'm going to drop you like a bad habit and go on about my business. Hey, moderators, you don't have to delete now unless it's inappropriate. Y'all could take a little break. Now, somebody say something crazy, go on, delete it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Now I can't really keep up with all these blessings. Now y'all sending me out. I'm missing them. So y'all please forgive me. Now blame it on my head, not my heart. Blame it on my eyes, not my heart. I'm trying to keep up with you now. Please, hey, bless you now. I don't know that I appreciate it, but some of them they escaping me. Sinquet, God bless you. Thank you, Tony. This is like the advice I was supposed to get growing up from a father or uncle. Hey, God bless you now. Now, y'all, hold on now. Crystal just got a woman's influence. I'm excited. Hey, bless you now. Now, y'all, hold on now. Andrea, bless you now. Send that blessing to get you a little laugh in. Crystal, yes, there are a couple sessions on my mentor. You could select couples when you click browse coaches. It's a button that says filter. You click that filter, then you select the topic or the subject. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a drop down menu of all the subjects. You can select couples, and then all the coaches who coach on couples, it'll come up. MJ Cooper, God bless you now for your puppet. Let me see. DM Addison, my ex-boyfriend, bless you now, is a truck driver. On the road, I don't know what OTR mean now. He has a attitude, short convo when we do talk, etc. There was no affection really from him before he went on the road. So I put him out. Was I wrong for doing this without warning? No, you weren't wrong. He knew what he was doing and why he was doing it. MJ, bless you now. Now y'all hold on now. Let me see something. See if I could. I got about 10 more minutes on here. Cachet Music, bless you. Now, I want to thank you. Your videos helped me through a hard situation. I'm on the path to healing, self-love, and pursuing my passion. Okay, Reese, I see you. CJ, you spending all your money tonight now. Don't send me no blessing. I mean, MJ Cooper, don't send me no more blessing now. You gonna be on the phone with YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, that was fraudulent. I have no clue who had my card. You gonna be on phone with YouTube doing all kind of chargebacks. MJ Cooper, I done seen your name up there a million times. Now y'all hold on now. Lord. But y'all sent a lot of messages. And somebody said I missed theirs, but Marcia, I see you. Modest and mindful, God bless you. Now, Tony, thank you for all the wonderful advice. Also, side note, many women of faith, such as Orthodox, Muslim, and Jewish women, do not shake hands of men due to them wanting to practice modesty and shyness. Hey, God bless you. I don't know why y'all send a blessing to give us them random facts, but I really appreciate y'all giving them random facts. That's boy, women is something special. Y'all literally will spend money to give us that random fact. But bless you, bless you. Asia, Wilmore. If I miss your question, post your question again instead of posting that I miss your question. Just post your question again and I might see you. Asia, bless you. Now, should you be honest with a guy that you are getting to know, that you are keeping your options open if he asks? No, you should not, Asia. No, you should not. You don't volunteer that information. And if he asks you, you still don't have to tell him. Say, well, I'm just dating, probably just like you. When a man who wants me, he will say to me, hey, will you be my woman? And then I'll know that it's time to make a decision to come off the market. Or you don't have to just tell a guy, well, I'm actually keeping my options open. You're option number 3 right now. If you call me a little bit more, text me, you could be option number 2. Now, to be option number 1, you see what I mean? You don't ever let your left hand know what your right hand doing. That's not your husband. So you don't owe him anything. And what you got to know about men is a man never telling you his business. Anytime a man telling you his business, and it's something like about other women, he trying to hurt you, or he trying to train you, he trying to put you in a place. Stephanie, God bless you now. Tony, God bless you. I have a question. If a man you are getting to know asks you to send a photo of yourself, what does it mean? Is he using it for Angela? Well, it depends on what that photo is like. What kind of photo he asking for. And it could very well be for Angela. It could very well be. See, love, God bless you now. God bless you. And y'all hold on now. Rachel, bless you. Are you able to work through past traumas in a relationship with someone who's also willing to do the inner work, or should you do this separately? Yeah, you can work on it together. Y'all can help each other. You do individual coaching sessions. That person does individual coaching sessions, and then y'all can read the books together. Miriam, I see you because I saw you said I missed your question. What do men think about woman that posts sexy pics on IG, not showing skin but tight clothes? And if you answer to men comments, it sounds like you thirst trapping to me. A man typically gonna think a woman thirst trapping, and if she posting pictures in tight clothes, unless you a fashion blogger and you doing outfit of the day, then it's like, what else you posting the picture in the tight clothes for? So if it's other than to just seek attention and get likes and for people to say, "Ooh, you look good. Ooh, that look good," from men and women, it's like, what else is it for? Then you need to show these new exclusive shoes. So if you're gonna post selfies and showing your clothes and your outfit, then you need to become a fashion blogger so you get paid for it. Otherwise, it look like you just casting yourself out there as bait for compliments and fishing for compliments. And that's typically what all selfies really mean, because it's like, what is the point of a selfie? Because everybody, like, we know what you look like, so why you posting a selfie? And that selfie do not go with that caption. So really what it does, it make you look like you thirsty for likes and attention and compliments, because the selfie serves no purpose. Now if you post a selfie and you say, "Hey, just wanted to show you about this new foundation. I've had some breakouts and some blemishes in my skin. So to all the ladies that's struggling with your skin, adult acne, understand that I've gone through that too. And this foundation I got on is such and such." Now that selfie serve a purpose. Otherwise, it's like you trying to show somebody where your clothes come from so they could go get it too. And all women do this. All women do this pretty much. Not all women. When some women do it ridiculously too much, and it makes you look vain. It makes you look insecure, like you need to be patted on the back. So make your post mean something. Make it to where if you post a selfie, it's because that's what you do. You want to show people, you know, where they could get these jeans from, the sale that you got. But I be seeing women posting pictures from the side angle trying to show their booty, and then got a Mahatma Gandhi quote in there in the caption. And I'm like, now what do this got to do with one another? And so it just make men kind of laugh at you, and men just kind of shake their head and just kind of be like, "Lord bless her. She needs somebody to hug her." But instead, be creative. Post what you reading. You could post your healthy meal. You could post your selfie, but space it out. You ain't got to do one every day. Moderators, y'all could take y'all a rest. Y'all could go on rest. We about done here now. Jennifer Rose, hey Mr. Gas, your entrepreneurship course encouraged me to step out on creating faith-based digital artwork. Should I make a website or a blog? Yep, you could do both really with like WordPress. You could have the website and the blog. Now, if I miss your question, now post your question in there. Now I might catch it. If you sent a blessing, if you paid money, and I miss your question, just put it in there. I paid, and put your question. See, because I might have missed one or two of them. Monica Porter, God bless you. Can you elaborate on how men train you? Um, that's really a full session. We about coming to the end of this here now. I'm getting tired. But what you got to think about is anything a man does that is a maladaptive behavior. So if a man yell at you, if a man curse at you, if a man say I'm gonna call you at 9 and he don't call you, if a man say, "Hey, I'm gonna pop over, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna come over there tonight," he don't show up. If a man does anything that is a undesirable behavior, a behavior that you don't want to see repeated, he's testing you and he's training you. He's training you to deal with it. so that if you don't respond to it and call him out, he training you on how to deal with that. If you call him out and then he goes silent and he give you a silent treatment, and then he pop back up 3 or 4 days later, or you call him 3 or 4 days later because you wondering where he at and why he went silent, he did that to train you. And what that means is, don't question me. Don't check me. If I don't call you, deal with it. So he may go ghost. And then when you go chasing him, he say, got her. She trained. Come on here, Betty. Here you go, Betty. Here go you. See this here? These little treats for my family dog. I got them a little dog. These little treats. This what he do to you. After he done did something wrong to you, and then he go ghost on you. Here you go. There you go, Betty. Is a good girl. Good girl. That's what he do to you. Is he trying to show you that you don't matter to him, and so you go chasing him, and then he does that. Now let's celebrate Tasha the mentor. Got my second client today. God bless you. Now I'm assuming you on my mentor.life. Now y'all see it worked. Now you get your life coach certification, you start earning back that little investment that you made. And the reason why I say little investment is because some courses out there $5,000, $8,000. One of my clients told me she paying $12,000 for her life coach certification. And with mine, you use the coupon code my mentor, it's gonna give you a little blessing. Now it's gonna decrease in value June 1st. So if you want to be a life coach or a mentor, go on, get your life together. The pursuit of peace. Tony, you mentioned before, hey, bless you now. Men rarely date just one woman at a time and will keep dating until they feel as though they met their wife. And so what makes a woman stand out? Well, when a woman stands out, it's typically an authentic woman who is comfortable. Look at Joya. Say my client booked another session. Who is comfortable with herself. Meaning that she knows who she is. She's authentic. She classy. She confident. She cool. She calm. She collected. She humble. She's kind. You see what I mean? A decent human being. When you've been raised right, and even if you weren't raised right, when you learn how to be right, that's when you get better. That's when a man says, you know what? This woman here, pure, she has balance. Because some women, they're going to come in and they're going to be too loud. They're going to be too loud and too boisterous because they're operating from insecurity, inadequacy. Some women, they're going to come in, they're going to be too snappy, they debating. They want to debate, they want to argue because they're operating from pain. They're operating from frustration. So you got to evaluate where you're operating from. When you're operating from self-love, you're going to be cool, calm, and collected. You're going to be humble. You're going to be happy. You're going to be kind. And that's what separates a man. When I chose my wife, it was because she was balanced. She was even keeled. She wasn't too loud. She wasn't too quiet. You know, she wasn't too nice. She wasn't too mean. When I met her, I was dealing with 3 or 4 other women. So when I met her, one woman, she liked to argue too much. Another woman, she didn't fit in my preferences. She was too slim and she didn't do squats and she didn't shave her legs. Another woman, she was too young. Another woman, she was too tall. So see, sometimes it's going to be preferences. And then sometimes it's going to, but see, all of that wouldn't have mattered. Them preferences, too slim, too tall, you know, too this, too that. It wouldn't have mattered if they had the same character. None of them really profess their faith or they over profess their faith. My wife, she just lived it. She just felt like a Christian. She wasn't preaching. She wasn't quoting scripture, but she just felt like the love of Christ. You see what I mean? So it really comes to just being centered with yourself. Mel, God bless you. Now we in overtime right now. I'm trying to get through these questions up here. Mel, God bless you. Been with my husband for 16 years, but I think he has issues with his sexuality. Found Mel Pern on his phone more than once. Is it wrong to assume he has these interests? Mel, it's been 16 years, Mel, and you found Mel Pern on the phone. Well, see, sister, hold on right quick. I need a commercial break. Okay, we back live. So Mel, now hold on now. Let me see this one more time. Been with my husband for 16 years, but I think he has issues with his sexuality. Found male porn on his phone more than once. Is it wrong to assume he has these interests? Now I'm gonna tell you this, Mel. I'm gonna tell you this. A heterosexual man will never in his life in 1 million years, if he live 1 million years, have man on man in his phone. A heterosexual man will never in his life. Now I'm gonna tell you like right here now, he gonna be he only gonna be watching that for so long. He might already be okay dipping the peanut butter stick. Now he gonna bring that peanut butter and put it right back in your jelly. And that's your husband of 6 years. So that means y'all unprotected. So he bringing the dirty peanut butter, putting it in your jelly. So now if you look back over these 16 years, if you done ever had a UTI, okay, that's a sign. If you done had a UTI, okay. If you done had multiple urinary tract infection, okay. Now y'all don't be commenting on the lady husband now, but what you got to realize, you got to listen to that woman's intuition. You got to, the woman's intuition is rarely wrong. It made you come here and ask that question because it already know the answer. Me personally, got to go. Got to go. You done gave 16 years, and then you find him watching man on man on him. You got to go. You hear me? Because if you don't have HIV already, HIV, okay, HIV. If you don't have HIV already, that's what's gonna come. Cause while he keep dipping that stick in that peanut butter, you hear me? And eventually he gonna be done run up on a recompense in his body, and he gonna be bringing it home to you. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me. No, brother, I got to go. So understand that the night might be the night that you spared. You hear me? Got to go. Add a cart D. Now y'all hold on now. Y'all let me get through these last little couple of questions, and I got to go. Add a cart D. I've been dating a guy for 6 months, and recently we had our first fight. Now God bless you for that blessing now. He hung up on me to avoid an argument, and I text him and call him out. Call him out his name. He said it's over and will not call me. Should I move on or keep trying? Move on. Move on. Move on with your life, okay? Because I think you said recently. Yeah, it's been 6 months. Nah, it ain't really over now. He probably gonna come back, but and y'all might could work it out, but that right there, y'all have to come to a resolution. You got to know you can't ever call him out his name again, and he got to know he can never hang up the phone again. Y'all got to talk like adults and get through the situation and talk through it. And if you can't talk through situation without hanging up or calling names, y'all ain't gonna never work. It ain't meant to be. You can never go there. You can never go there. 415 Moni, God bless you. Now, I just watched your How to Move On video, but in my case, he was a great man. He just didn't feel the same about me from one day to another. I'm confused. You move on the same way. You just move on the same way. You still got to block them or cut them off. Still got to go on about your business. It means that he just does not know what he wants, and he don't know what he wants, or he doesn't want you. So either way, it's the same thing. And so you just have to, hey, you cool, but I got to go. Got to go. Now y'all forgive me now. Shyness, I see you. God bless you now. And let me do a quick scroll through here and see MJ Cooper still emptying out her bank account in here. Bless you now, MJ Cooper. And put so many little blessings in there. They're going to be on that phone tomorrow. Line up a storm to YouTube. Oh, somebody stole my card. Tony, what are the top things grown men look for in a woman? Happy and fulfilled. Bless you. Also, besides being yourself, what are your tips for dating? Y'all really be blowing me. Now, Tony, okay. Now, when I step, do you want me to put all 5 toes on the ground or just 4 of them? Now, it's nothing outside of that. Ain't nothing outside of that happy and fulfilled. Okay? When I say what grown men look for in a woman, I done answer that 9 times a night. So you might have to just watch the video back again. Also, besides being yourself, what are your tips for dating? Just be yourself. That encompasses everything. Now, I got a video called How to Date Correctly, where basically I'm just telling you, keep your legs closed, keep your lips to yourself, and just build, just conversate, get to know one another. But it's honestly, y'all, it's not rocket science. It's just you being a decent human being and you literally saying, does it make sense to let somebody put their lips on mine? They could have the 19, they could have HS1 right now with a little breakout, they could have mono. Does it make sense for me to let somebody put their lips on mine and I don't know them? Does it make sense for me to give my body to someone, get on my bike, give my body to someone and I don't know them? This not my husband. You see what I mean? You just take yourself through just your common sense detector. Does it make sense to let this man come into my house and I just met him? This only our second date. And I don't know if this Ted Bundy nephew. Does it make sense for me to loan this man money? We not even in a relationship. I met him on Plenty of Fish of Bumble, and now he got this crisis and he needs some money. But we only been talking 3 months. Does this make sense? You see what I mean? You go through it and you can never let frustration speak for you. You can never let desperation speak for you. You got to understand that. Now let me do this last scroll. Oh my goodness. Man, there's a lot of messages in here. That's why we be having people delete these messages. I told them to take them a little break. Let me go up here to the top real quick and then I'm finna get on up out of here. Okay, I'm at the top. Okay, I think I got majority of these. All right, I got 20% battery left. So I'm about to get on going. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, really think with your heart. Don't make this rocket science. Don't make this like you playing a video game. What we all talking about, what I be talking about, it's common sense, but I just may go a little in depth on it. But it's really, the answer in your heart. You got all the answers in your heart. I may confirm or deny, but really ask yourself and always ask yourself, does this make sense? And then the other thing what you got to realize is oh Lord, boy, that boy hands. See, I'm pushing on my screen, scrolling on the phone. Whoo. And it's sitting on a stand. So I pushed it, it went to fall. But I just, like Bruce Lee, how they catch that fly with the chopsticks. I still got it. And I ain't really realized I got it like that. But so I was able to catch it. But y'all, you called me Blake, bless you. Man, boy, that boy hand's still up to date. I be trying to tell y'all that my hand's up to date. So come up and jump Froggy. Let your boyfriend want to come up and jump Froggy. I be done caught him with a 2-piece snipe before he could blink. Let me see now. All right, I think if I miss your message, y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. But I really, really appreciate y'all for the blessings you sent. I try to go through here and catch them, but I just don't get to see them all on my end like y'all get to see them. So please forgive me. And it have to be a certain dollar amount for them to put it at the top and leave it up there for a little bit. So I'm looking. Now what I was saying for the devil try to blow my phone over is you gotta set your standards. You got to set your standards, and you have non-negotiables. So understand what a non-negotiable is. What that means is you're not negotiating with anybody about that. You're not going back and forth. So I need a Christian woman. That's a non-negotiable for me. I don't want no woman who curse. That's a non-negotiable for me. I don't want a woman who get drunk. Now understand, it's a difference between getting drunk and drinking. She might drink, have a little wine, have a little drink, a little mojito or what have you. But if she getting gone, I didn't want that. If she cursed, I didn't want that. Reason why? Because he got to raise kids, and I don't want my son in kindergarten cussing out the teacher because he hears mama curse all the time, and I don't curse. I don't curse. Now about what she eat, all that don't matter to me. You want to eat pork, okay. You want to eat McDonald's, okay. What your spirit like though? I ain't worried about what you eat, how much you work. I ain't worried about that. What your spirit is like. Do you love the Lord? Do you know the Lord? I'm still looking through these here questions. Now let me see. Victoria Harris, God bless you. Now, I talked to a guy for 2 weeks until he sent a D pic. I stopped communication. He's still calling. Should I explain or block him? He already know what he did wrong, sister. He already know what he did wrong. So y'all understand, you have your non-negotiables. Now, see, a lot of women, they may say to me right now how I'm explaining my non-negotiables. They may say, well, man, I was looking for me a man who gonna be faithful and who gonna be honest with me, but I curse. I smoke. This what the woman's saying. Woman may say she cursed. She may say she spoke. May say she get drunk on Saturdays because she need to relax for the weekend. Guess what? All of that right there would have X'd off my list. Woman say she an atheist, X'd off my list. A different religion. Okay, you could serve what you want to serve. You can serve what you want to serve now. But I need somebody who we gonna be able to share the same word with my children. If you telling children about Buddha and all of this, and I'm trying to talk about Jesus Christ, we not on the same page. So now my child confused, and I have Buddha Christ. You see what I'm saying? Buddha Christ, because he confused. So that's why I say. Now y'all let me turn this here chat off. Let me turn this chat off for a little minute, because you can't listen and read at the same time. The mind don't do that. But let me help you understand this. When you have these non-negotiables, that's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to attract, because what happens is when you set this. So guess what? I say I don't want a woman that get drunk. I don't want a woman that curse. I don't want a woman that smoke. I want a woman that's a woman of God. I got all that in my wife. That's the foundation. Because if she's smoking, she's going to die early. She's going to get lung cancer, some kind of cancer. She's going to die early. If she getting drunk, she's going to end up getting in a wreck. She's going to end up hurting herself, hurting somebody else, getting a DUI. She's going to be a bad example for my children. If she cursing, she's going to have a potty mouth, then my children going to have a potty mouth. You see what I'm saying? So I looked at the non-negotiables. Then I say, I want somebody that want a family. I want somebody that wants marriage. If she don't believe in marriage, she ain't for me. So you got to have your foundation set with your non-negotiable. So that way, when you set that, guess what? You're going to attract that. Because as you go out, when you talk to somebody now, boom. If I'm talking to a woman in our first conversation, she say the F word, I got to go. Now, if she noticed, or we talking the second time and she noticed I don't curse, and yet she continued to curse, and then she says, why don't you curse? And I said, well, I just don't like using profanity. It just sounds unintelligent to me. And then she continues to curse. Now I know that's not the woman for me. Actually, when I met my wife, she cursed. She just didn't curse at me because there was no need to use a curse word. And then in talking, she learned that I didn't curse. So when she learned that I didn't curse, guess what? I never heard her say another curse word. I heard her say one curse word on accident. And that was because she was driving, talking to me on the phone, and somebody almost ran into her. And it sounded like I heard the F word. And then she hung up the phone. And she probably hung up the phone right away because she realized that little curse word slipped out. And that was when we had first met. Now, I could have been wrong. I could have been hearing things. But it sounded like the F word to me. I ain't used no curse words. But from that day, I've never heard a curse again. And so that may seem like something that's trivial. But guess what? My son, all his teammates curse. He 13 years old. He don't curse. And I talk to him about it. We overhear their conversations. He be in there on the game, talking loud, to where if you curse, that word gonna come out when you on that game. He don't curse. I check him on it. I know when he lying. I could tell he's not lying. And he'll tell me everybody that curse. If you curse, you ain't gonna tell on your friends who curse if you curse. You see what I'm saying? But he doesn't because of he don't hear us doing it. And that's what I wanted for my kids. So everybody come and they say, man, your kid's respectful. Man, your kid's so well mannered. Why? Because of their mama. Because they mama clean, she does the right, she raised them with respect, because that's the type of woman that I knew I needed to choose, because I know what I want to raise. So that's what you got to think about when you have your non-negotiables. I wanted a woman that has ambition. Now, I sat my wife down. She works in our company. She works in our companies and she earns 6 figures. She was going to be a doctor, but she changed her mind once we started a family and she went a different direction. Now she still earned what doctors earn, but she could work from the comfort of our own home. But I still wanted a woman who had ambition. See, it's different than wanting a woman who have ambition and being okay if she decides to sit down because she want to be a full-time mom, because you know she got ambition. The fact that she was a biomedical science major and then she got a master's in medical sciences and she used to study for 16 hours in a day, that let me know she had ambition. Now, she just was coming in there trying to look pretty and she just was all dolled up and, one trying to go to nobody's school, one trying to work no job, but she was studying 16 hours in a day and she working a full-time job. That let me know this woman full of ambition. So now that our companies could pay her 6 figures, I'm totally fine with that. And she might work 5 hours, 10 hours a week. I'm totally fine with that because I know she done worked. She done showed herself. She done let me know that she in it. I wanted a woman also, this is a part of your non-negotiables, who could see me for who I am and not just what I have. So not looking and say, oh, you don't have this kind of major, you don't have this kind of degree, I can't deal with you. But look at character, look at attitude, look at my energy. And so she was with me and understand this. We was in the projects, not the real project, but we were living in basically the hood. And I got robbed out there. Whole car got stole, everything. We ain't have no furniture. We didn't have no furniture in the living room. We had a little TV that came from her dorm room, and we had a bed. So my woman was with me when I was on the grind, when I had just my faith, my ambition, and my character, my desire to want to be a better man. So now that we're in a whole nother place, she deserves it all. So see, a lot of times what a man is looking for is intangible. It's about a woman's attitude. It's about her outlook on life. I wanted to go and do stuff to make extra money. And even now, it's stuff I could do that could make extra money. And my wife like, no, don't do that. That's not right. It ain't time for that. You don't need to do that. So it let me know she's not money focused. She want to make sure her emotional and spiritual is right, that the love is right. So understand that and set your non-negotiables and realize that you got to have things that you're unwilling to compromise. And then when it comes to love and relationships, you got to use common sense. You just got to use common sense and ask yourself, because you have a barometer within inside of you that you can say, does this feel right? Does this feel right? Does this look right? And you know right from wrong. But the problem is you operating from insecurity. And when you operate from insecurity, it makes you do things that you wouldn't have otherwise done. You operating from desperation. You operating from dehydration. See, you done went from thirsty to dehydrated. And that's when you start to make decisions and you start to deal with people that you shouldn't be dealing with. And that's what you got to reel yourself back in and say, okay, what are my standards? What are my belief system? What's my foundation? And when you get that in order, that's when you're going to attract what's for you. And understand this right here. This last thing I'm going to leave with you. Everybody out here looking for somebody that's ready-made. Don't nobody want anybody. Don't nobody want to be with somebody that's ready-made, that got it all together, meaning that you just trying to get put on. You want to be able to build with somebody. That's why I tell, people, single people, Don't go buy a house if marriage is your goal. Because now if you expecting to be married, you expecting to meet your spouse within a year or two, now you got to be trying to sell your house, or you don't know if this person coming to you for your house or for your love. So what is you owning a house going to do for you? Instead, keep renting. And if you want to own a house, buy you a rental property and have that. But the person you meet don't even got to know that you got that rental property and you got that side income coming in. So if marriage is your goal, be intentional about your life, but also know what you're looking for. And when you look at what you're looking for, you got to go down your list. So you got to go down your list and take off the numbers. Don't get so focused on height, on weight, on income, on length. Okay, don't get so focused on just numbers. And you got to look at the intangibles. You got to look at the standards. Who is this person? And this is one thing that women never understand. And I get all kind of excuses anytime I bring this up. Oh, when you met your wife, you was 20 years old. I'm 50. He need to be making $75,000 a year. Listen, you have to let a man's character be his currency. And one woman, she's still trying to say, oh, well, I make this right here. He need to make this. And I'm like, listen, this man could be a school teacher. A school teacher not going to make $75,000 a year. He making $35,000 a year. 44 if he lucky. And if he's somewhere in California, okay, he might touch 60 or 70, but the cost of living so high, he's still tight. But what is his character? What's his character? You hear what I'm telling you? What's his character? See, when my wife chose me, she chose character, because even though I was 20, she still could have said, let me look at your major. My major was criminal justice. So what I'm getting ready to do as a criminal justice major, I'm getting ready to be a detention deputy, which max out at $44,000 a year. Or I'm getting ready to be a police, which is start out at $42,000 a year and max out at 60 or 65. So $60 to $65,000, okay, you can live off of it if you put it together with somebody, but you ain't gonna be all that comfortable. You can live off of it now, but you ain't gonna be all that. You ain't not gonna be in the lap of luxury. So my wife could have looked at me and said, he a criminal justice major, and I'm a biomedical science major. She's a biomedical science major. So she getting ready to go make $250K, $400K, depending on what she doing. So she could have looked at me and said, I ain't finna talk no criminal justice major. What, you finna be a detention deputy? You end up getting knocked across your head, and then you got to be out on unemployment because you got hit across the head by one of the inmates. She could have said that. But she said, no, let me see his character. Let me see your character. Do you love the Lord? Do you know where you're going? Do you have ambition? Can you treat me like a queen? How you talk to me? How you spend time with me? So see, you got to look at what really matters when you looking for a man. And I had to look at what really matters when I'm looking for a woman, because I could have said, oh, well, she don't have the shaped butt that I want, or she ain't got the height that I want. She ain't, only got 10% of battery left. Now I'm getting ready to go. Now y'all let me go and bring this on home. But this the number one thing that keep messing people up is you looking for your preferences instead of for your standards. And you got all kind of excuses. Men can't find a wife because they want a woman that built like J-Lo. But what you don't realize is J-Lo probably spend $10,000 to $20,000 a month on her maintenance. Literally now. I live in a normal city. I don't live in Atlanta or LA. I live in a normal city, and it's women that my wife know that spend $3,000 a month to $6,000 a month on maintenance. You hear me? I'm talking about all in here, Botox shots all up in here, all around here, all kind of stuff going on, all kind of stuff. You hear me? So men looking for a woman that built like J-Lo. Guess what? If the women that you in your dating pool had the money to do 2-3 training sessions a day when they want to, then they body will look like that. If they had the money to get all them treatments, all that cool sculpting, all them Botox, collagen, they'll look like that. But they ain't working on that budget. So they're not ugly. They just might be broke. But does she have a heart for God? Does she know where she going? Does she have ambition? See, she gonna get there. She gonna get there. And on the flip side, women looking for a man that's financially stable. That's a man that and different. A woman to say, I want a man that's financially secure. So I say, okay, well, what does that mean? Is that 30,000? 30,000. I don't know if he could afford a hamburger with 30,000. More like, I might be okay with 50, but I'll be honest with you, 75 to 125,000. I'm like, what? You know, the average income of a man is $45,000 a year. And so what a lot of women don't understand is that you are the catalyst. Like when he meets you, that's actually when his income go up. When I met my wife, I was making $20,000 a year. $20,000 a year. It wasn't long into our marriage before I was making $20,000 a month. We was under the age of 30. But when I locked in with my queen, now I had focus. I had drive. And we literally went from $20,000 a year to making $20,000 a month before I was even 30. You see what I'm saying? I can't even tell you the number now because you might throw up in your mouth. You hear what I'm telling you? What I'm telling you is that she saw character, she saw vision, she saw ambition, and her main thing is you gonna treat me right? Ain't worried about where your money at or what your degree gonna do. How you gonna treat me, and do you have ambition? Because if you got character and you got ambition and you got standards, you rich. You already rich. It's just a matter of time. The check on the way to you. The check on the way to you. The blessings on the way to you. You got to focus on the intangibles and the things that really matter. Hey, I went way over. I went 30 minutes over tonight. So God bless y'all. My phone about to die. I got to cut it off because if I don't cut it off before it die, it won't upload and be archived so you can watch it later. Hey, God bless you. We'll talk soon.